All right. What's going on, everybody? How are you this Wednesday evening? I hope you are doing well. I am Boxman. This is Wrestling Outlet. All right. We are ready to get some shit going. But before we get all that shit going, it is.
It is I, the voice of a generation, Smart Wahlberg. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm doing better. Got some interesting news today. I'll just leave it at that. I can tell you later. Yeah, been doing good, man. Been a couple stressful days over the last few weeks, but doing good, doing good. We haven't had a washer since almost 2 weeks now. Ours broke.
Washer, I hardly knew her.
Yeah, exactly. But no, we haven't had a washer. We had a dryer, but our washer was busted. So I tried to fix it. I think our motor went, which means I can't fix that shit. So we finally got another one, but it's been like 2 weeks. I'm down to wearing like I'm down to like really low on shirts. I have like 4 shirts left that are like wearable to work. All my others I can wear anywhere else, but to work. I was pretty low on work.
So what did you do in the meantime? Just sort of did without?
Yeah, we've just been kind of dealing without the, kids don't have school this week, so they're just kind of running around the house in underwear anyway. So that's a good thing. But they're not doing bad though. But tomorrow night I'll have to start doing some laundry. We finally got a washer, but man, you want to talk about something that went up in price? Holy shit, man! I remember when you could get a washer for $600-700. Now they're like 11, 12, 14, $1,700. It's like, the fuck?
Yeah, but they removed the spinning mechanism in the middle, so it makes it all worth it.
I just want my fucking clothes washed. Leave me alone.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, tomorrow night, I'm probably going to be doing laundry throughout the whole fucking tomorrow night, Friday night, and the weekend. But hopefully the washer can take it. We got a used LG to match our dryer. My wife had to get a washer to match our dryer.
In terms of make or in terms of style?
Both.
I see.
Both. Same colors. It's the literal matching one to our dryer. Like, she looked at the model number and got the matching one for the, like I don't know. Fucking thing was $14.98 new. She got one for $300. I hope it lasts the weekend.
Well, there you go.
I mean, I'm worried.
You'll find out.
I will find out. I'm a little worried, but listen, if it works, it works. It's all I care about. But yeah, it's been interesting, and there's laundry piled up in the laundry room over the dryer, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that out of there, and because I got to use the dryer.
Right.
I mean, I still got to use the dryer, so should be interesting. My wife is not going to be around this from tomorrow morning. She happens to be leaving tomorrow morning, coming back Sunday, probably right after I'm done with the laundry.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. That's about how it's going to go. So anyhow, that's those are my problems, not anyone else's. You have your own problem there, I see. Not really a problem, but
Being accosted by a thug.
There you go. Come on now. You call them thugs. It's wrong. But anyway, we do have a few things to get into now. I was a bad wrestling fan, Smark. I did not watch all of Revolution. I actually haven't watched a lot. Did you watch Revolution?
Well, if I would have known, I didn't have to. I wouldn't have. But yes, I did.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have time to do it, but it's just been a crazy. With the kids out of school, we've been trying to get stuff done, and honestly, we got our tax return a couple days ago, so we've been trying to get a lot of shit done and looking at washers, and finally we got one, but Yes, NORAD,
Right. So
Tony.
there's basically three things that happened
All
because
right.
everybody already knows all the results. First off, they were doing it was like they called it the final burial, but it was like a casket match, essentially. Casket match, buried alive match combination, I guess, with Christian Cage and Jungle Boy. And they were all they both had street fight attire on. So Jungle Boy comes out and he's got like the jeans, and they're like ripped up jeans and the Timberlands and shit like that. Christian comes out in a turtleneck with cut off sleeves, a cut off turtleneck. It was the most amazing shit. Like normally I sort of roll my eyes at like AEW heels having just outlandish outfits, but that's something that he's been doing for fucking decades now, and it fit him to a T. It was fucking phenomenal.
Oh,
Second thing I really enjoyed was I watched the entire Iron Man match. And like multiple times MJF goes out and gets just downs like an entire bottle of water, and like each time he does this, which is about 3 different times, Taz becomes increasingly more angry at him for doing so.
well, anything you can
Because
do.
basically his whole theory was that it's just going to blow him up and it's going to make him fatigue faster and all this shit. So he kept getting more and more angry at him as the match went on, and that made me laugh.
I would love to hear that part. I do need to hear that part. Because, I mean, he's just trying to stay hydrated, Taz. Calm down. He's sweating out a lot of the fluids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And the third thing is that they ended up, like, MJF went behind the barricade and he ended up throwing what looked like water onto a fan, but allegedly it might have been vodka or tequila or something of that nature. It could have been an alcoholic beverage of some sort. So people were upset. They ended up taking the kid backstage, and he got to meet his favorite wrestler, Powerhouse Hobbs, which seemed like a weird choice, but whatever. And they gave him a bunch of free shit. So all's well that ends well, but people on Twitter were mad about it because people on Twitter need things to be mad about.
yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I saw that part. I saw the kid. I saw the splash, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Were they serving straight liquor at the bar? I don't know.
I have not been I haven't been to like a live event of any sort of capacity since before the pandemic. But I mean, like, they have like mixed drinks and stuff in movie theaters and whatnot. So I imagine it kind of depends on the stadium. There might be certain stadiums might allow such things. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's been a long time since I've been too. But the last time I went, I do remember there was a place where you could buy like a mixed drink for like I think it was like $17.99 for like a little 16-ounce cup. So maybe, I don't know. Could have been anything in there, but who knows? You're right, though. Twitter would have bitched about it no matter what. And even if they found out it was a plant, they still would have bitched about it. So it's like, whatever, you know? This is what heels do. This makes me... How happy are you that, like, the internet wasn't around, like, back in the 70s and 80s when people still thought it was real?
Right.
Oh, would have fucking ruined everything for everybody. So happy.
I think my favorite part was like the early to mid 90s when like nobody really knew what dirt sheets were except for like the wrestlers, but then for some inexplicable reason like Hulk Hogan was cutting promos against Dave Meltzer in like early to late 95 or so. Because there was that one pay-per-view, I forget which one it was, but he brings out a fucking like paper copy of the Observer. He's like, "Observe this, brother." And he rips it up and throws it in the garbage. And it's like, no one knows what the fuck you're talking about at the moment. So this is like 95.
Yeah, why even give
like
credit?
The internet barely works at this point.
Yeah, why even give credit to the fucking guy? I mean, it's not worth it a lot of the times, but I don't know. I don't know, man.
It ended up like sales fucking skyrocketed. Apparently Meltzer was ecstatic about it because like everybody was like, his fucking subscribers went up just in rapid order.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of them are still subscribed, probably. Or maybe not. Who knows? But yeah, now and to Christian, I can't even wear a fucking tank top. Those things, or no, I'm sorry, a turtleneck. I really can't wear a tank top either. These bad boys are too tiny. But a turtleneck is the most annoying. Like, I can't stand when my shirt is like just a little bit like up here. That angers me right there. I can't like, this is about as high as I like to go with my collars. A turtleneck would annoy the fuck out of me. Wrestling in a turtleneck would annoy the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta imagine it's gotta feel like you're being strangled by a really weak guy.
That's the joke. That's the Mitch Hedberg. That's Mitch Hedberg, isn't it?
It sure is.
That
God
is.
bless him.
I knew I had heard that somewhere. That's Mitch fucking Hedberg, man. Yay, I got it. Yeah, and I see that Norab is still with this K100 drama. Yeah, so I guess we can move on from. I can't.
I mean, I would talk about it, but as established, I don't know who these people are. Like, I know who Conan is, and I know who Disco Inferno is, but like, I don't know why everyone's upset with everyone. So there's not really much I can say about that.
Yeah, I don't either. It's this Bill Body. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I'm supposed to know who he is, I guess, but I don't. I mean, I really just kind of.
Right.
I really just kind of do my own thing. So
I exclusively listen to Solid Monster. I don't even listen to music anymore. It's just Solid Monster 24/7.
I haven't listened to I haven't listened to music in years, except at work. I do listen at work. I do listen to music at work. I use YouTube Music, and we jam to the 80s.
I see. What's kind of funny is they play music at the gym, but like somebody's using their Spotify account and somebody's also not paying for Spotify Premium. So we're getting like, you just hear ads for like Spotify commercials like every fucking 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, I also do not pay for YouTube Music. It's $20 a month, $19.99 a month. To not have ads during my fucking video?
Or free to download a pop-up blocker, which they do nothing to prevent.
Yeah, but YouTube Music is I use the desktop app, which is probably a mistake. I probably could use the online and probably be better off. But
well, if you use Spotify, you can just use the browser, and if you have a pop-up blocker, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't care. I really don't. It's like you hear 3 songs, you get 2 little, 15-second ads. I really don't care. It's not that big of a fucking deal. It's still better than radio.
Well, I wasn't having a problem with it, but now on Spotify they stopped doing ads for Cocaine Bear, which deeply saddens me, because that would always make me smile. I'd be in the middle of doing whatever I was doing as the workout, or I was at the grocery store, and just hear Cocaine Bear's back. And it's like, fuck yeah, he is. Let's do this thing.
It's funny. I was making fun of this movie back when Ray Liotta passed away because it's his last movie. I was making fun of this movie back then. Now everyone's making fun of it. I mean, Jesus Christ, folks. Get with the fucking times.
I genuinely want to watch this motherfucking thing. Like, at this point, any movie that's new that isn't a fucking Avengers movie, I'm down for.
Too many of those?
It's just oversaturated. It's not even like I mind comic book movies, but they're just every fucking 3 months there's a new one, and I just don't care anymore.
Too much Batista?
No, you can never have enough Batista.
No, I can't.
It's Big Dave.
No, I can't. I could, yeah, definitely. Batista's.
Well, I mean, depending on the age-old question, you may very well easily have too much Batista.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Batista's all right. It's just he's kind of a kiss-ass Hollywood type.
Yeah, this is true.
He's just trying to keep his job, I guess.
It's kind of funny when he gets on a soapbox about things, and it's like, dude, you fucked somebody else's wife. Like, I remember that. Like, Pepperidge Farm remembers, motherfucker.
But we can all do better in life, right?
Apparently, he did.
Yeah, Dave. We all can, can't we? But anyway. Fuck. All right. I guess we can start getting into wrestling. What do you say?
So let's do it. We've stalled for long enough.
Yeah, I guess we have. All right. Let me drop this down. Oh, that's a little too small. I can't read that. All right. So let's start off with. Hold on. There we go. All right. Let's start off with a fun little story.
All right.
Because we always got to start off with a fun little story. Liv Morgan, folks, kind of became the butt of a few jokes and memes because of this guy right here on the left, beside her here. And basically, it's because he was talking her ear off at the game. I guess she was at the Charlotte Hornets basketball game. And she was trying to watch the game, and this guy is talking her ear off. Now, it was noted later that Smark, this guy is a WWE exec. He's one of their executives. Justin Scalise is his name. He is the senior vice president for live events for WWE. And it looks like he's trying to talk to her, and she's just rolling her eyes in the video. And they've both been trying to sort of been like, no, that wasn't how it was, not at all, you know, and oh, everyone's got the wrong idea. But you can pretty clearly see in the video, if you just go on Twitter, you can see it all over the place. She's not too happy with him, Smark.
No, she looks like she would rather be anywhere else in the world. It reminds me of those the collage of photos you could find online of Sasha Banks being disinterested when taking pictures with fans that bug her at the airport at 3 a.m, where she just has the skull on her face. That's basically what we've got here. This woman would rather be doing anything else in the world right now, or at the very least just be watching this basketball game uninterrupted.
Yeah. And I mean, she actually got some, she did some stuff in the middle of the game. She got a t-shirt. She looked damn good in the middle of the court, but she looks good sitting down right there anyway.
I would love it if they just kept putting the camera back on her and it progresses. She's got nachos, but she's still making the same face. She's got a fucking foam finger, but she still just looks bored and annoyed by this guy fucking up in her ear with nonsense.
Well, like I said, she didn't look too happy.
The fucking kiss cam.
Oh, there you go. She's just sitting there shaking her head. But yeah, they've both tried to make the best of this, but it really did just look like she didn't give a fuck. Now, this was reminding me of the meme of the girl who's sitting there, and you could tell they're in a club, and the guy is screaming in her ear. And she's just sitting there absolutely not caring what he's saying. This is going to be the new one of that, I think. This will be the new one of that. But, yeah, this was pretty funny. And there you go. This was, once again, the Charlotte Hornets were taking on the Knicks. So I think the Knicks lost.
We talked about that game on Totally Inappropriate Sports, but I do not know the score. I just know the Knicks were favored by about 7 points.
Really?
Yes.
They probably lost.
That's what the Knicks do.
See, that's what I mean. Isn't it most New York sports teams just kind of lose?
More or less, yeah.
See, I'm right. No big deal. No big deal. All right. But, all right, well, enough of that. Liv Morgan, I can't blame you, girl. Can't blame you. Can't blame you one bit. Nope. All right. Let me get this one more here. Let me get to this one here. Now, Smark, this is going to be a little bit of a long one here. MLW. We've been talking about
Yes.
how they've had this ongoing lawsuit with WWE about how WWE kept them away from this streaming service, this show, blah, 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 right?
Yes.
Last we talked about this is they had 21 days to amend their filing, correct?
Yep.
Yep. They done did it. Yeah, Monday was actually the final day. I don't know when this was actually filed. I don't really see a date. This could have been right on that date or just before that date. So, but yeah. So this is all about the antitrust. Basically, it's the antitrust thing going on again with this whole thing. So I'm not going to get all legal on you here, but I will do some reading. Now, it's funny with this because as this is going on, there's this big Peacock deal that's going on with Reels. Reels and Peacock are now joining, and that's where MLW was. And now it looks like they're not going to be on there. We don't know if it's because of WWE. I think they only had a 10-week deal to start with, so which makes sense. Most TV shows pilots really only get a 10-season start. So here we go, Smark. We obviously they jumped right into that. They jumped right into the agreement with Peacock, reportedly keeping non-WWE pro wrestling off of NBC Universal streaming platform. Continues, and here we go. Reels, like I said, they made a deal to allow the channel to be streamed on Peacock, except for when MLW airs on Tuesdays at 10. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, even though MLW is not right now being advertised on Reels, the network execs are saying no. Nothing's been finalized. No decision has been made just yet. All right. So here, let's get to the quick original complaint that was filed over a year ago in January of 2022. So again, they had all this time. They finally get to court. Now they have the 21 days. So here we go. They rewrote the filing. The filing more, they say, narrowly defines the market relevant claims that WWE is violating the Sherman Antitrust Act as the U.S. market for pro wrestling media content rather than the U.S. pro wrestling market more broadly. Now, I probably should have looked up what the hell the Sherman Antitrust Act was. But that's
Well, yeah, I mean, I know it, but you don't learn anything if I tell you.
I mean, I know everybody already knows it, so why don't I just not insult your intelligence and let you know how smart you are? You all know what that is. You guys know. So MLW is arguing that of course they know. MLW is arguing that exclusivity, I have a hard time saying that word, agreements like those WWE reportedly made with Peacock, which prevents the platform from distributing wrestling content that doesn't belong to WWE, is not the norm in the media industry. That actually does sound normal to me, where people would have a exclusive contract with someone and not allow other events like it on their network or streaming service, doesn't it?
I mean, it makes sense, but I'm not sure what the precedent of all that is, because wrestling is an entirely different animal than, like, you know, you have Disney Plus that has ESPN and National Geographic and that kind of shit, where it's like kind of serves other purposes.
Yeah, I guess it just. But I mean, It does make sense. I think it actually makes sense. I think that's kind of a weak argument. But here we go. New to the MLW's narrative is a description of the wrestling business history in which WWE has been the dominant force since WCW went out of business in 2001 and was acquired by WWE. We all know that. The 1990s are described as a high point for the wrestling industry with strong viewership amid competition from WCW and ECW. MLW further claims that WWE moving its program Raw to TNN in 2000 led to the cancellation of ECW from the same network, which later resulted in ECW's assets being bought by WWE. So they're alleging a monopoly here. So we keep going with more specifics to the complaint. The suit's alleging that WWE executive Triple H Paul Levesque personally called Madison Square Garden in 2018 to urge the venue to cancel its scheduled event to be held by Ring of Honor and New Japan. The eventual G1 Supercard took place on WrestleMania weekend in April 2019. MSG did cancel the show, but rescheduled it only after Sinclair Broadcasting threatened legal action. MLW's claiming. We don't know if that's true, but if they're claiming it, I would assume they have proof.
Yeah.
They're saying, according to MLW, WWE also blocked AEW from running at the Heritage Center in Cincinnati in 2019 and again in early 2020. Now, with all that said, Smark, another thing that MLW has said, and even Tony Khan has said, is with WWE interfering with talent and hiring them away.
Right.
We've heard this. We've talked about this recently with Tony Khan. We have talked about this. Now, they're saying when it comes to that, talent being hired away from MLW, their champion, Stefan Strickland, obviously Swerve Strickland, or whatever we know him as now, basically alleged one of his partners in the company actually encouraged him to leave MLW in 2021. They also hired Davey Boy Smith Smart. Now, you're going to remember this. Remember when Davey Boy Smith came in for that one little show for Raw? It was like, I forget what it wasn't a Legend show. Maybe it was a Legend show.
Yeah, I remember. I forget what the purpose was, but there was a minute there where he was like kind of making all the big shows.
And they used him one time, and we never saw him again. MLW is saying that right there is proof that basically WWE, by doing that, was proving that they were just there to hurt MLW and not use their wrestlers, but to take them away and spit them out when they were done. So MLW says AEW, we know about AEW demanding that they stop doing that. And it points out 2 premium live events on Labor Day weekend. One the day before AEW's All Out pay-per-view and another on the same day, which allegedly was intended to prevent the success of the AEW event. So basically the same claims, but with some dates, with some more examples. I still don't know. This is seeming weaker and weaker to me. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but it seems like this is going nowhere, and they're kind of grasping at straws, if you will, Smark, just to try to keep this case going.
I mean, everything that they're saying is true, but it's just what can really be done about it is, I guess, what we're going to find out. Because it's like, yeah, they absolutely do try to have a monopoly on shit, and I don't know, like in terms of the actual contracts, if any sort of tampering on their end if they can even be proven, what the penalties for that would be. But who knows? Obviously, they've been trying to monopolize it. They've been trying to monopolize shit for decades.
Right. Now, I see a lot of unethical things here. Unethical doesn't always mean illegal. It sometimes means shady. It sometimes just means it wasn't a very good thing to do. It sometimes just means it's not usually done in our business. Some of those aren't illegal though. So even with some of that stuff going on, yeah, I have a dog under me. Who is that? Scooter? That's Scooter. Well, because they just tried to kill each other. I heard them. What happened, Lene? Hold on. My daughter is looking at. Okay, Mom, you'll be right in. You want to be covered up?
Dad, secure Mommy, please.
Are you tired tonight? She's not feeling very well tonight, my daughter, so she doesn't even want to say hi. So, yeah, I heard my dogs trying to kill each other out there.
Yeah.
My old grumpy Boston Terrier hasn't got used to the puppy yet.
It does happen.
They're getting there. But again, just because things are unethical does not always make them illegal. I'm not sure. Like I said, some of this definitely seems unethical. I'm not sure if it goes against antitrust. I guess I would have to do more digging into antitrust to see if any of it really did. But some of this just seems like, man, that was a shitty thing to do.
Right.
It's just not. I mean, I wouldn't do it personally. I wouldn't do a lot of the stuff that they did personally, but who knows? Maybe I would if I was in this company. Maybe this is more normal than you think. Maybe this is how they were taught to do things. Maybe this is how Vince has always done things.
Well, it is how Vince has always done things. That was the crux of the beef with a lot of like the old time promoters and wrestlers and people that lost their jobs and Vince took over all the territories and shit. Was that, the dad made him promise that he wouldn't do it and then he did it. And now here we are.
Here's my thing with this. If this goes nowhere, and we obviously just both agreed that WWE has probably been doing business like this for decades. If this goes nowhere, they continue to just keep doing business like this.
Oh, they will.
But again, if this happens to go somewhere, and from what I'm reading here, even now that they've narrowed the scope a little bit and kind of given you some more examples, I still don't see anything, like I said, very unethical, very shitty to do, but I'm not sure about the legalities of a lot of this. A lot of it just sounds like shitty business practices, which people come across every day. So, yeah, it's just, I guess we're going to see what happens with this one, but I got a feeling this bad boy is going to get kicked the fuck out of court. And I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say what can and will happen, but I got a feeling this is going to go nowhere. MLW might end up owing a WWE money after this. I mean,
who knows? I mean, good for them for giving it a shot. I mean, they're trying to stand up for themselves. They believe they got fucked over and they're trying to do something about it, but we'll see if it actually ends up amounting to anything.
I mean, a lot of people get fucked over by WWE and try to do something about it. It just doesn't always happen that way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Smark, speaking, let me just roll right into the next story. Now, speaking of getting fucked over by WWE, that brings us right perfectly into the next story. Now, I've said before, Smark, if I happen to be an employee of WWE, a writer or so forth, boy, would I love to call like a DraftKings or someone and bet on the results, especially if I knew what they were. Mm-hmm. Well, WWE is actually looking to, they are in talks with some gambling regulators to legalize betting on their matches. Okay.
Yeah.
So they've held discussions. This is just some key quick points here. They've held discussions with the state gambling regulators in Colorado and Michigan to legalize betting on scripted match results. WWE is working with EY, which is
Again?
Ernst and Young. They've worked with award shows.
That's just Eric Young with a monocle. Don't fucking lie to me.
Okay, you're right. It is.
It's like, yeah, Ernest Young.
It's okay. That's who it is. Eric Young. Ernst and Young. They've worked with like the Academy Awards, the Emmys, and what they do is they keep results secret. They keep results from leaking online and anywhere else. So they're working with them to hope to convince regulators that there's no chance that the results can leak to the public. I mean, right now you can go on FanDuel and DraftKings and bet on WWE events, large, pay-per-view events. But basically, they are really looking to do this and try to get themselves on some sports books, which I would almost guarantee they would be trying to start their own if this became something they could do. You got AEW pushing DraftKings, I guarantee WWE would have their own betting website to do this, with which would be a little suspect. But as we noted in the last one, ethics are really not a big topic with WWE, Smark.
It's not their strong suit. I am worried, though, that I'm worried that this is going to jeopardize the integrity of the WWE. I'm worried that some of these matches might start getting fixed in order to help, the bettors. I just want some genuine, clean-cut competition. May the best man win.
Well,
your face indicates
I have lost internet, so give me a second. Looks like I just reconnected. Smark?
Yep, you're back. How about it?
Yeah, I've had bad internet. We've had some bad storms around this way, so you lucky downloaders won't miss a beat.
Yeah, actually, after last week, as soon as we got...
It was fine, and it sounds like I got Smark back right there.
Yep, I think so.
So, I'll tell you, we had some really bad storms on last Thursday, I believe it was. Bad enough to where people were out of work, and we had no power until 1 a.m. Thursday. I got the show put up. I went out to start watching TV. I turned on the TV. I got the show working. 10 minutes later, power out till 1 a.m. Power out till 1 a.m. So, sorry, folks. It's still... I mean, really, YouTube is going to fucking hate me. So, anyway, Smark, I'm glad you're back, my man.
Yeah.
Let's hope it doesn't keep doing this. Chat, thanks for sticking with me here. All right. Looks like I got Smark maybe back. I had Smark back. Now I got Smark back.
Yep.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about this.
No worries.
Let's hope it stays this time. So let's do this, Smark. Let's hope it stays. And why don't you jump? Yeah, I keep losing Smark like every few seconds here, folks. I think you're back again now.
Yeah, everything's good on my end because I was running other things while this is going on, and I haven't had any connection issues.
No,
One of the things I was.
I know it's me.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I know it's me. I know it's my
Okay.
internet. I'm sorry.
I, no worries, no worries. So one of the things I had sent you was Raw this week. They were in Boston. Your cousin from Boston. They're in Boston, and Vince was back. He was backstage. It was the first time since he was forced to retire. He decided to retire. I'm sorry. First time that he was back, and he was kicking it with John Cena. Instead of reading the story, because it's basically the story is just a bunch of screenshots of Dave Meltzer announcing on Twitter that Vince is backstage. So there was something that was like causing a bit of a buzz. Did you see? And I can try to find it. Apparently, the internet was set ablaze at the idea that Vince not only was backstage, but he was backstage with a mustache. That's right, Vince had a mustache. Apparently, somebody had photoshopped a mustache onto Vince McMahon, and people were believing that it was real, I guess. I'm not entirely sure, but Mustache Vince was the talk of the town.
Yes, Vincente. Actually, if you go to In Your Head, there's a picture of it right there. If you're in the group, I believe it's, what is it, IYH Wrestling on Facebook?
I believe that's it.
Check it out there, because actually, I believe it's I think it actually might be the profile pic for them. So check that out. But I did see that Photoshop picture. It's so grainy. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, but good. I'll tell you though, Vince looks pretty fucking smooth with it.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Vince coming back on TV. Vincent Cueto, huh?
Yeah, that is weird about it. There's something about the fact that if you just throw a mustache on Vince McMahon, he suddenly becomes Latino. I don't understand how that worked, but I'm looking at the photo, and that's exactly what it is. He kind of looks like he's like Dario Cueto's dad.
Exactly. He could be. He absolutely could be. But I mean, hey, what are you gonna? I mean, hey, even in this picture, the guy looks pretty good. I mean, shit. I don't know, man. What is he? 76, 77?
Yeah, 77, I believe. But yeah, I do like this, where just for whatever reason, like there's a bit of a debate, like a discussion going on in a similar vein of like Al Davis's son. He's the owner of the Raiders. I forget his first name, but he has this like god awful fucking like bowl cut, and somebody photoshopped him being bald, and so just for whatever reason, like that's just what's going on with sports right now. Is people are just photoshopping mustaches or hair onto people all willy nilly. What I want somebody to do is I want somebody to like Photoshop a picture of Tony Khan, but just give him like normal eyes.
You should do that with Robert Gibson.
I don't think they make software that good yet, and they can do deep fakes, but I mean the technology has its limits.
You don't think AI could do that? AI, get it? AI. That was the worst.
I do get it.
That might have been the worst dad joke I've ever told right there.
I actually steamrolled past it for a second because my mind went to Allen Iverson, and I was like, oh, nope, okay. I got you. I got the joke.
I need a swig of beer after that one.
A victory swig. Good job.
Oh, no, that was not a victory swig. I'm drowning my sorrows, sir. Just drowning my sorrows. That's all I'm doing. Oh, Power Slap isn't on anymore. What happened? Oh, it was over 36 minutes ago. Good.
Well, it's never truly over if you don't want it to be. It lives on in our hearts forever.
No, I don't want it to.
All right, fair enough.
You know what's living on in my heart? Fucking March 24th, John Wick Chapter 4, bitch. That's what the fuck I'm waiting for. No, if you're listening, brother, I'm down to head to the fucking movie theater for that one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am.
Get a nice big bucket of popcorn. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Not big. Not big on the popcorn.
Milk duds.
No, I wouldn't do that either. No, wouldn't really.
All right. So, what kind of food are you going to bring from home? Because I wouldn't be surprised if that was your.
I really
your
don't.
gimmick.
If most of the movie theaters around here are like the dinner kind of movie theaters, like the eatery movie theaters.
Okay.
So you can get like fucking chicken fingers, little personal pizzas, and stuff like that. I honestly hate popcorn. I don't like eating popcorn because for the next 45 minutes, I'm going picking it out of your teeth, getting those little fucking kernels out of your fuck. No, I don't like popcorn. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm choking on fucking. Like a fucking pubic hair stuck in your mouth, but it's fucking popcorn.
So, are there other things that you don't eat for the same reason? Then is that what you're alluding to here?
No, if I'm gonna fucking choke, at least give me a fucking good reason. Popcorn is not the reason.
All right.
Is all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
My gosh, man.
Also, if I get a pubic hair in my popcorn, I at least want the movie to be free.
I mean,
It's like, look, can I see Cocaine Bear on the house now?
no, sir. That's 3 pubic hairs.
Not sure I love Cocaine Bear that much. It's also a really weird rating system for a movie review show. I don't know if you should adopt that.
I don't know. But sir, for one, you can go see the Hotel Transylvania 4, which I believe
Can I just eat one and not have to see that, or?
I believe they did just come out. Actually, they did. I think I got dragged into watching part of it the other day with my daughter.
I hate to say it, but like my interest in Adam Sandler movies kind of died with Chris Farley.
Really?
I mean, some of the others, like Waterboy was good or whatever. Little Nicky was okay, I guess, but I just have no desire to see like new Adam Sandler movies.
Man, some of my favorite ones. I mean, some of the great ones are the ones that have Farley stepping in and get a couple of scenes. But I mean, 50 First Dates. Well, that's a Drew Barrymore. I've said before, I've got a little strange thing for Drew Barrymore and her crooked little smile. So, but that's a good one. There's some. What's the one? Big Daddy, great one. And again, you got Winona Ryder in that one. I got a little thing for her too. Seems like Sandler gets all the chicks I got a thing for. Prick. Fuck, he's married. Fuck off, dude.
That's right. Fuck off, dude.
Wait, I'm married. Fuck off, me. What the fuck?
That's right.
Anyways, Mark, why don't, before I lose you again, why don't we get into your second one here? Well, actually, that one kind of takes us right into the AEW talk, doesn't it?
It does.
All right. Then I'll keep us going a little bit here. I'm not going to have too much. I've only got 2 more to get into also, so that's not going to be. Actually, I think we only have, I think I might only have 1 more to get into now that I'm looking at my pictures here. I think I might only have 1 more. Hold on. Let me check. Oh, no, I have 2. The other one's not really news. The other one is just kind of a little tidbit, a few pictures to show you guys. So that's about what that one is. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the little news tidbit. Now, we all know Austin Theory has been coming out on Raw, and lately he's been using some of John Cena's catchphrases, Mark, lately. Him and John Cena did have a little confrontation on Raw the other night. But Austin Theory is also using something called the Now. I don't know if you've seen this, but there you go. He's calling himself the Now. Well, a certain NWA tag team has a little bit of a problem with that. And they actually are a NWA tag team called The Now. See the shirts. That would be Vic Delicious and Hale Collins.
They look like fucking like what you would expect FTR to look like on Young Rock, where it's just like a shitty like Wish version of FTR, which is a bad thing in its own right. Like, I don't care for the real FTR. These guys look like the fake FTR, but worse.
Well, see, the one guy, Hale Collins, I think it looks basically like a low rent Miz. I see a like a poor man's Miz, and the other guy just looks like a young Dick Murdoch. My God, I mean, I don't know what else to say. But they are called The Now, and they have actually sent a cease and desist. Just want everyone to learn how to pronounce that. Cease and desist letter to WWE. And I guess we'll see what happens. But it looks like they're not going to be stopping from doing it on TV. But they are telling them to stop doing it on television. This is probably not going to be a huge fight that WWE is going to want to even fuck with. They'll probably just stop doing it and move on to something else and not give a shit. But we all know what happens if WWE doesn't stop Smark. They get sued.
Yeah, but I don't think this could hold up in court, because all you have to do is your defense would just be, look, does anybody watch NWA? And then the judge is like, fair enough. Like, I feel like this is an honest mistake. How could you steal something from a company that no one watches?
Well, I get that, but according to these guys, they trademarked this name in 2006. So, according to law, not according to...
I want you to think about this. I want you to hold on, back this up. I want you to think about this for a second. They trademarked this according to in 2006. It is nigh on 20 years since then. 17 to be specific. Imagine how much they paid yearly to keep this copyright going. And so far, the best they've done is be on NWA. Like, they've for sure lost money on this, way more than they've made money on this, just having this copyright claim.
They're actually getting more notoriety with this than I've never heard of these guys until now.
So, be careful with that.
Yeah. Oh, dog barking. But yeah, they could.
I'm just saying, be careful with the word now. They own that.
No, that's right. That's right. But if they don't stop using it, trademark infringement lawsuits could take place. But I got a feeling this is just one they're just going to be like, you know what? Fuck it. We don't give a shit. Let's just not even fucking use it. So, all right. Last little thing I've got here, folks, on WWE then, since that really was kind of a laughable story. I know we got some gamers around here, right, guys? Oh, yeah. We always know we got gamers around here. Well, WWE 2K23 is being announced, and we've got more than just a few things being announced. Actually, I have a bunch of DLCs being announced. If you look at the picture right now, you can see that this is one of them right here. This must be I would say this is the Steiner pack, which you have the Steiners, the old school Steiners. You got Scott Steiner before the craziness. Even Zeus, Wade Barrett, Eve Torres. We'll talk about Eve Torres in just a second here, but one thing that people are a little excited about is you can get 7 women now are available for downloadable characters. And here you go, folks. For a manager only, you can get BFAB. That'll be April 19th. That'll be coming out. So BFAB will be one of the first ones. And again, she will just be a manager.
It is a great sign for your career if you are not even included in the main game and you're on the main show.
Well, you just came back, so I guess you could use the she came back late and the game was already in the works.
I mean, that's what you could say for sure, but yeah, that story a couple weeks ago that were like, they regret signing one group, and it's like, well, who? Or one entity. And it's like, no, I guess we kind of figured this out, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did. But she comes with that Steiner row pack right there. And the pretty sweet pack. You're going to get Tiffany Stratton. Very nice. Tiffany Stratton. That'll be out May 17th. So there you go with that one right there. Next to come out will be the Race to NXT pack, and that's going to be with Ivy Nile. I like Ivy Nile. She kind of has a little like a Diane Lane look to her. You know who that is?
Kind of just looks. Sort of. Kind of just looks like somebody deflated Rhea Ripley a little bit.
I don't know. She's more, no pun intended. She's more ripped. Rhea's a little more mass built.
Indeed.
But Ivy Nile's definitely ripped. I like her body, honestly. Don't mind it one bit. And then if you go to wait till June, you're going to also, with that NXT, Race to NXT pack, you're going to get Wendy Chu.
Indeed.
Yeah, we could just move on from that one. And a few days after that, you're going to get another one right there. You're going to get Valhalla. There you go right there with Valhalla, Sarah Logan. And then kind of a newcomer to WWE or even American NXT from NXT UK with the Revel with Wyatt pack. On, once again, July 19th, we're going to get Blair Davenport, folks. And last, but not least, with the Bad News U pack. This is going to be August 16th. This is going to come out right here. And this is Eve Torres. Pretty interesting one right there. Obviously, Eve Torres is married to, I believe it's Henry Gracie she's married to. So
good for her.
And she is she's also done a lot of the Brazilian jiu-jitsu and stuff, but that makes the total to 51 women in this game, including some of these downloadable characters. So there you go. I mean, that right there is pretty much it right there that I can see. But yeah, if you're down with, if you're if you like the games, there's your game right there.
Of course, you didn't mention it, but he's on the graphic, so one would assume that he's going to be a part of one of these DLCs. Got old Zeus out there. How about that?
I mentioned Zeus. You weren't listening.
No, okay.
You prick.
What?
You weren't listening, you prick.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see a picture. I was looking at the pictures. I was listening.
Oh. Yeah,
there's a real fucking resurgence of like Zeus related material coming out, because last week we were talking about the Zeus action figure. Mm-hmm. Like, really wish you guys would have done this while the guy was still alive. You probably could have done something with him. That would have been fun.
Yeah, wouldn't that have been a nice thing? You know,
I mean, for fuck's sake, like, it's not like you couldn't have fucking put him in the Hall of Fame. Like, you put like fucking William Shatner in the Hall of Fame. Like, let fucking Debo talk for 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, come on, WWE. They always strike when the iron is ice fucking cold.
That's true.
They never do this when they should. They always wait too long. It's always the same fucking story with WWE. Too late. Too fucking late. But anyway, it does look like it's probably going to be a good game. Lots of downloadable characters, so we'll see. But all right, Smark.
Actually, what I just thought about now, that if you're including Zeus in the game, mm-hmm. then it's going to be really easy if you can like edit the characters, that you can like make them wear their own attire. It's going to be really easy for people to just make Debo. So we'll get Debo soon enough in the new WWE game.
I'm
That'll be
sure.
fun. I think more than anything, I would just wait until that game came out for a couple weeks because fucking last time it was Bug City. Like there was all
Yeah,
kinds of glitches and bad shit going on.
I wouldn't even. I would say wait a fucking month. I wouldn't even wait two. I would wait a month before that game came out because yeah, it was. Um, hopefully, it won't be the same thing. But yeah, it was horrible last time. You're right. It was buggy as hell, and they had to keep doing all these updates. That was
Which is unfortunately just the nature of video games now, because there's a lot of new games that come out that are like that.
especially when you're trying to rush them out for the holidays, man. I mean, it happens. I mean, shit. I mean, the one game I'm fucking waiting for it to come out is Grand Theft Auto's threatening to put out a new fucking game for years now.
It's gonna be a minute.
That's all they keep basically telling everybody. Oh, it's coming. We're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it. Motherfucker, I'm gonna get fucking laughed at because I'm too old to play games by the time you're fucking done working on it.
Well, I mean that's a whole nother issue, but now with it being online, you have like the sort of games as a service style of games now. It's going to be a minute before there's a new Grand Theft Auto because people still get paid for fucking whatever I don't know what the currency is, but whatever the in-game currency for Grand Theft Auto Online is, they're still making money hand over fist on that shit.
Oh, plus you got to pay. I mean, you got to pay the online service to do that, unless you have a PC game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got PS4. If I want to go online, I got to buy the PS4 network or whatever it is, PlayStation Network, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't have it anymore. I canceled it. I need to get it again, but I had it. Then I had my credit card number used, so I canceled that card, and I never went back online to fix it with them. So I just haven't done it yet. So I guess now, Smark, we can get to your story as we're talking about the whole thing, or we can get to it now. It's up to you.
Just knock it out now, I guess.
Go for it.
And I will do that, and then I will have to run to the bathroom while you talk about the opening of Dynamite. So that's just a heads up. Anyways. Just some unfortunate news. Somebody done went and robbed poor old Wardlow. Who would do such a thing? Wardlow revealed on social media that he is a recent victim of car theft. On Twitter, Tuesday evening, Wardlow shared a video. It's the first time I've never heard that word said out loud. I've only read it. A video of his rental car, which had been broken into. Wardlow noted that everything in the car had been stolen, including his ring gear and TNT championship. What quote? Well, thanks to the person who broke into my rental car and took absolutely everything from me, Wardlow says in the video. My TNT title, my ring gear, my boots, my whole life were in those bags. I don't know if that means I'll have to beat the shit out of Hobbs in these clothes I'm wearing right now, but one way or another, I'm going to make it to Sacramento and we're going to get this shit done. Whoever did this better thank God I didn't catch you in the act, as your jaw would be shattered as this glass is. So yeah. Somebody done went and stole what I'd like to know is, like, imagine, like, let's just say you're a crackhead, just okay. for imagination purposes. Let's say you're a crackhead, you break into somebody's car and you try to steal some shit so you can sell it for drugs, or just for whatever. Imagine if you fucking, like, you just end up stealing somebody's fucking ring gear. Like, you're going through their shit and you're hoping that there's, like, an iPad or whatever, your fucking cell phone that's worth something, and you just pull out, like, fucking wrestling trunks, fucking the TNT belt. Like, just, like, what pawn shop is, like, where do you go to sell these? And who's going to buy, what are you going to get for this? Who's going to buy these things?
Oh, you'd have to go to imagine. That would be a street fence you'd have to go to, because that thing would be so hot.
There's some drug dealer walking around wearing the TNT belt.
I mean, obviously, we're saying if it was really stolen, which we know it wasn't here. I don't know.
I guess he ended up getting it back, or they did something about it. But
they did get it back tonight, obviously.
Yeah.
But I I guess they alluded to it was QT Marshall that broke in.
I don't think they ever really alluded to that. He just got involved at the end of the match because he told Hobbs that he would be there for him,
But he had the title.
which I don't know why.
But he had the title.
Nah, I see. So you're saying I've been duped, that there was not a crackhead that broke into Wardlow's car, as I was speculating might have happened.
Well, I mean, it's funnier if it was.
All right, we'll go with that then.
I'm with you though. Where would you go to sell that? Like I said, it would have to be some sort of fucking street fence out there, you know.
See, I would think more that something just happened, that they like somehow had like a belt around, or that they did something about it, because like people were reporting that he got his shit stolen, so that makes your like champion look bad in a way that's not really wrestling. Like it just makes it look like it makes your company look bad. Because like you remember when Jericho had like he was at a steakhouse or something, and they actually did steal his belt, like some just random person fucking stole the shit. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't, but it reflects negatively on the company a little bit. So I don't know if that was what happened or not, but.
Well, I don't know, but like I said, obviously QT Marshall or Marshall, I hate the way he fucking says his name, had it because he came out tonight with a QTV shirt on. Are we really fucking gonna be doing this again? Is that what we're gonna be doing? He's gonna do this fucking GTV thing as himself. He's gonna steal that fucking gimmick to try to get over.
As we were talking about like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and you said that there's a chance that we could be getting Hangman Page versus Evil Uno as a feud. Who wants this and why? Like, we didn't need him. We don't want him. I don't understand. Like, I understand that he's like a trainer for them, and I guess it's sort of how they keep things going smoothly for him, is they throw him a bone and get him on TV every now and again. But who the fuck cares about this guy?
I don't know. And even this whole throwing him a bone shit, I don't buy that either. Someone fucking actually likes this guy. I don't know who, but someone actually fucking likes this guy and thinks he's worth something. I mean, I don't know. The guy is unintimidating looking. He doesn't sound intimidating. He looks like your uncle just showed up to the fucking bar. I don't know about your uncle. Mm-hmm. Looks like my uncle just fucking showed up to the bar.
Well, he does sort of have an overall uncle look to him. I understand what you're saying.
Exactly. Looks like, hey, Uncle fucking Ronnie just showed up at the bar.
And like, not even the cool uncle, just like the uncle that you don't really want around at your family function. Like, he's still going through the divorce. Kids don't like him. He says some shit that is just out of line. It's just his uncle that you don't want there.
Done so many steroids, he's losing his hair, but still not in great shape.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of guy, yeah. It's just kind of who he looks like. But someone obviously enjoys this man. Someone obviously likes this guy. Someone obviously is pushing to keep this guy on the roster and on television. So I don't know. I thought this was stupid, but they hot potatoed this fucking belt once again. So right on to Hobbs that belt goes. And so that was the main event right there. We really jumped around on this show, but we'll definitely get the rest of it going as we go here. I think Smark though must take a break.
I have literally no other choice. So
Okay.
I will be back in a second, but it started off with Jay Lethal versus Orange Cassidy. So talk about that for a second, I guess, and I'll join you in a minute.
All right. Yes, he is correct. It did start off with Orange Cassidy. Right there. He came out. Orange Cassidy came out. Like I said, he had the best friends with him. Danhausen in a sling was there. And they came out with him. Then they went to the back, and it was Orange Cassidy, like Smark said. Orange Cassidy versus Jay Lethal. Lethal came down with Jarrett, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt. referees and security originally came and threw them out, and had them barred from ringside. Now, this match was for the All Atlantic title, which we have some news on a little bit later. Now, what Smark didn't know is my wife did get a washer. My wife brought the washer home during this beginning of the show. So I literally just had to go unload a washer during this match. So I really didn't see a lot of the match. I saw some of the match. I didn't see all of it, but I did get to see some of this match. I did see that Orange Cassidy got the win. I did see Jeff Jarrett hit him in the knee with the guitar. So I did see a decent amount of this match. I just didn't get to see the whole match. I was unloading and setting up the washer. So hell, I might even get a little laundry done tonight, at least in the washer and dryer. I'm going to be wrapped up with this probably in the next 25, 30 minutes. So, but yeah, like I said, Smark had no way of knowing that I was unloading a washer during this match. So
It wasn't that bad of a match to where you had to do like physical labor instead of watching it.
no, my wife was leaving in the morning. I wanted to get it out of the fucking car. I wanted to get it done. I didn't want to be out there after the show. I didn't want to be out there, and it's already a little chilly. I didn't want to be out there after the show unloading it, so I decided to get it done during this match.
I see.
But like I said, I did see that Orange Cassidy won, and I did see Jeff Jarrett hit Orange Cassidy in the knee with the guitar. And I did say we do have some news on the All Atlantic title a little later, Smart.
Indeed.
Indeed, we do. Now, Smart, before we get too far, I think we nailed something last week, unintentionally.
Okay.
I do. And we already talked about the match, so we can go ahead and do this. I think we hit the fucking nail on the head last week with something. Okay? See that?
Indeed.
See the ring? See the giant gold ring?
Mm-hmm.
I had to do it. Dude, I think we fucking nailed it.
It makes sense.
I think that ring is a goddamn life ring, is what I think it is. There's 1,000 ways you can plug the holes in that motherfucker. I think that's exactly what they did. I think that is this is just one of them that I found. And this is, you can tell it's off of a cruise ship.
That's what I'm saying. It was part of the Jericho cruise.
I think we unintentionally nailed exactly what that thing is. I think they even kept the rope on it.
That's what it looks like, for sure.
I mean, I would definitely bet, just by the circumference and everything, it definitely looks like it is a life buoy from a boat.
Imagine if that got stolen.
I'm sure they have been. I guarantee they've been fucking stolen, drunk ass just throwing it in the water for nothing. I'm sure of it.
Oh, I mean, in general, yeah, sure. But I mean, that one specifically,
That one?
the AEW brass ring here. Somebody trying to fucking pawn that one off.
Well, if Jericho...
They could sell it to fucking Jeff Jarrett.
Well, absolutely. Well, the next time if Jericho ever has 2 cruises in a year, we'll know why.
Mm-hmm.
They needed another ring. But yeah, I got to say, I think we nailed that one. The only picture I could find was one of these Alamy pictures. So fuck it. What do I care? We're not keeping the picture or using it for anything but this. But I think we nailed that one. Hit the nail on the head, buddy. We did. We did. So all right, we don't need to make fun of that stuff anymore. So let's just get rid of that. But anyway, yes, Mark. So we did see the Orange Cassidy thing. Orange Cassidy right there. And from there, we kind of rolled on a little bit. That this right here is actually when we saw the Wardlow video with and Renee Paquette was backstage with Hobbs, and he was talking about how Wardlow's life was in shambles, and no way his car would have got broken into in that neighborhood. So anyway, after that, Smarks, we get Ricky Starks comes on out. He's looking excited after his win over Jericho at Revolution.
Pretty solid match.
Well, but he's talking about what he's going to do next and where he's going next. And then suddenly a Bullet Club logo flashes on the screen, and we get Juice Robinson shows up behind him and takes him out. Now, I might be reading way too far into this, but is Juice Robinson still a New Japan guy, or is he done with New Japan?
I mean, unless it's a storyline, it seems like it's legit. He seems like he's done because he lost 2 different loser leaves town matches. One of which was he couldn't wrestle in Japan anymore, and then the other which was against Eddie Kingston, and he just couldn't wrestle for New Japan anymore. So unless it's one of those things where they just null and void that after a week, it seems like he's done.
Okay, so he's probably done. I'm glad I asked that before I said anything stupid. Okay.
Oh, wait, are you talking about Juice Robinson or Jay White? Because I may have just completely misunderstood this assignment.
Juice Robinson.
Oh, yeah, no, Juice Robinson signed with AEW. He's done with New Japan. Okay. Never mind. I confused the two.
The answer is still the same.
Yeah, it's still the same answer. It's just a different set of facts.
And I'm still happy I asked before I said anything stupid. There you go. But once again, like I said, we did see the Bullet Club logo flash up on the screen, distracting Ricky Starks, giving Juice Robinson a minute to take his ass out. And that is what we saw. But, it's amazing. Juice Robinson, I think we've said this before, that this was a guy who was basically made a fool of on NXT. And, man, definitely made a good change for himself in those few years. So
yeah, he's gotten a lot of mileage out of his. He's gone a lot farther than a lot of people thought he would, and it was pretty cool because he basically committed himself when he went to New Japan. He took on the same type of training regimen and got the same made sure that he got the same type of treatment that the young lions get. So he didn't just jump over there as somebody with some name recognition and expect things. He actually started from the bottom of his own insistence and ended up making a name for himself. So good for him.
Oh, he's definitely doing okay. I believe he even landed Tony Storm.
Yeah, he's doing just fine for himself.
He's definitely doing just fine. He's a very, very lucky guy back there. So
fellow statesman, as far as I know. I believe he's from Illinois.
Illinois. Okay. All right.
I like keeping the S to piss off people that are from there. When I hear it, it's like fucking nails on a chalkboard. So I know there's a couple of people that listen that are Chicagoans or Illinois residents. So just nice little jab.
Just piss them off.
Oh yeah, Joliet, Illinois. Yeah, I know where that is. That's where the Speedway is.
That's like when you live in Boston and someone calls it Worcester, Mass. It's Worcester.
That's it.
It's Worcester. Fucking cocksucker. Shut up, you fucking cork. Shove it up your ass. Boston. I was actually talking to a guy from Boston today during lunch. But anyway, let's roll on here. So we get Renee Paquette in the ring, and she is talking to Ruby Soho, who did a line with Saraya and Tony Storm. And
be careful with that sentence. Do a line with Saraya was probably in poor choice.
Well,
poor taste.
I didn't say she jumped. I didn't say jumped on board. That would be rough. But This is not surprising. These are the girls she worked with at the other fucking company before she came over here. It's really not a surprise. I don't know why everyone was like, oh my God, I can't believe she did that. She never said she was with either team. She was just coming out and making a belt motion and not with anybody. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
It's part of why I don't like this whole storyline and angle and shit. Was like, she had no reason to side with like the AEW people, but then it was people believed that she was going to, and then it was like some sort of a heel turn when she didn't at the pay-per-view, and it's like, yeah, but she was from the other company. She's not, and you can't market her as an original member of your roster when she wasn't. It doesn't make sense.
Which they never really tried to do. They just said she had a decision to make. They really didn't try to align her with either team. This is the team she should have aligned with the whole time. And let's face it, her babyface run has been just a losing streak anyway.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens here. Maybe she can get on a little bit of a run. Maybe this will be a good little breath of fresh air for her. And we'll see what happens with this. But I don't know. I actually liked this... I like this Ruby promo here. I thought this was a great fucking promo. Didn't stammer, didn't stutter, didn't go flub her lines. I thought she fucking rolled this bad boy out. I thought this was a great segment with her.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was good.
You liked it too? All right. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I like... On the independents, you don't really do a lot of promos on the indies. And then when she was with WWE, they were kind of always an afterthought, the whole Riot Squad thing. So it was like she never really had a chance to showcase what she could do promo-wise. I mean, they had time to talk on WWE TV, but like I said, they were sort of an afterthought. So it wasn't like they really had anything juicy to dig their teeth into. So, yeah, I thought it was good. Because like I just basically, the point of that story was I haven't seen her really cut any sort of substantial promo until she got to AEW. Seems like she does a good job with it.
Yeah, I thought she was very good tonight in this little promo. And, they come on down, and there's a match with her and Sky Blue. Sky Blue comes on down to the ring. I really figured this was going to be a quick-ass match. I really did. Now, what really baffled me is Ruby gets out of the ring, or I'm sorry, I can't remember if it was Ruby or someone attacks Sky Blue. They throw her in the ring. She's not even on her feet, and the bell rings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how fucking push for time are y'all, motherfuckers?
Well, Tony Khan had a big announcement, so you had to kind of rush things along a little bit.
Tony Khan's big fucking announcements, my God.
To be fair, they were smart enough to not hype this one up before.
Yeah, I guess they were. But these big announcements need to fucking calm the fuck down. Really calm the fuck down. But I really thought this was going to be a nice, quick match. We weren't going to get anything really of substance here. Suddenly we're at fucking picture-in-picture. I'm like, oh my God, seriously? Why? Why? Sky Blue got in more offense than she should have if they're turning Ruby heel like this. I just thought it was a little bit of overkill for this match. Ruby did end up beating Sky Blue. Here comes Storm and Saraya down to the ring. They're all trying to... Ruby starts to spray paint Sky Blue's chest, and here comes Willow Nightingale. They take out Willow Nightingale, and they end up actually spray painting them both. Pretty stupid. This spray paint thing is so fucking dumb. It's really not.
Seems vaguely familiar.
Fucking, yeah, NW no. Jesus Christ.
You're not kidding.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. Not a good storyline. Not anything good happening. I like they're doing something with Ruby. I like that she's turned heel. They need to dump this fucking spray paint bullshit. It's stupid. The L, all the... It's like dealing with...
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, there's we talked about this. It's just the whole thing is just dumb. Like, there's no real point of it other than just, hey, we were in WWE. It's like, all right, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, you already have one of these sort of stables already going with JAS. It's like you don't need a bunch of stables that are built on the same premise. I mean, I understand they're the female competitors, so it's kind of different, but there's really no point for it. But speaking of, we're talking about bad storylines. I don't know if you saw it, but after Dynamite last week, there was a promo, like a promo that they put on AEW Twitter, where Eddie Kingston said that he quit the company. Yes. And not everyone, but like people got all up in arms about it, and then Tony Khan basically just had to tell everyone that it was a storyline. It was so fucking stupid. Like, he had to just go out and just calm people down because like people kept trying to say, if he actually quit, why would they put it on their own fucking Twitter account? And like, why is nobody else like telling, why is this not on Observer and fucking Fightful and all this shit? Like, why are they giving airtime to somebody? Like, they had to tweet out the video. Like, if he was just like, fuck you guys, I quit, they're not going to put that on their Twitter. Like, it's just so stupid. It's so stupid that people are like, I mean, he's a convincing talker, so I get it to some degree, but it's stupid that people were like getting all upset about this, and it's even worse that Tony kind of like actually had to be like, no, guys, don't get upset.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking work them. Like, let people believe what they believe, even if it's dumb. Like, this is the whole point. Is that not the whole point of what this shit's supposed to be about?
Yeah, he was just going to ROH. Calm down, folks. And Kingston had to put out a tweet on how much he loved ROH and hated the AEW locker room. It's like, this is just getting fucking out of hand at this point, man.
This poor guy. Like, you slap one person and now you're stuck in a fucking Ring of Honor for the rest of your career. Poor guy.
Hey, it could be worse. I mean, hey, have you seen Andrade?
No, I haven't even thought about Andrade in a minute.
Like I said, it could be worse.
I don't know. I think I would rather be Andrade because he could basically just do whatever the fuck he wants to, and his wife's bringing home the money there.
I don't know. I think I'd rather be Miro at this point.
Actually, yeah, you know what? Give me Miro, because now that I'm thinking about it, like, Andrade's in a good situation, but there's a less than 0% chance that like Andrade has to deal with Conrad at a family function. So right. I don't want that. Give me the Miro. Like, Miro just gets to sit at home and do nothing, I guess. So God bless him.
Miro's wife at least has like an ass that's not shaped like a fucking 2x4.
This is true.
So, there you go. But anyway, Hangman Page is backstage with Renee Paquette, and he's looking a little haggard after that match with Moxley. He's got the black eye going on. His forehead's all cut up. Renee looks awesome. Renee looked better every time she came into the fucking ring tonight or backstage. She just looked better and better and better. So that was fine. I don't know
if anybody was having this problem, but like, I don't know if it was just me or not, but it seemed like there were weird audio mixing issues because this portion was kind of low, and part of that is because Hangman talks really quietly. But like, so I like had to turn it up, and then the next thing was Excalibur, and he was just like fucking collapsing my eardrums. So I don't know if that was like a problem for other people or not, but there was a weird like audio balance issues I was having.
I didn't catch it, but I also didn't watch with headphones on tonight. But I'm also looking. And man, in this picture, Hangman looks like he has fucking hair plugs too. But
ooh, breaking news there.
No, it's not. But look at the picture. Does it not look like it's like a weave?
Yeah, maybe.
Right here, right at the top here, right there at the hairline.
It looks almost like the beginning of a mullet.
Oh, curly mullet. Look at that right there. Look, curly mullet.
You want to commit to this cowboy gimmick? Just full on do it.
You're gonna have to go for it, buddy. I mean, gonna have to. Nothing else you can do. But yeah, he says he's done with Moxley. Obviously, we found out later in the night, no, he's really not. So, whatever. But I guess at the Revolution media scrum, MJF called out Hangman a little bit. So
They really got to stop with the media scrums.
as long as Punk's not there, they're fine.
I honest to God thought that they were going to drop that coming into this year, but apparently not.
As long as Punk's not there, they're okay. But speaking of MJF, Smark, we did get a bloody MJF video of him backstage after Revolution, screaming, yelling, he's the devil, the silver tongue, blah, blah. March 16th is my birthday. His birthday's on 3/16, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. And he can't wait because he's going to kick someone's ass. Blah, blah, blah.
I still think that would actually be a good promo if somebody just at the end said blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
MJF became a vampire. Just blah, blah, blah. Just
blah, 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 blah.
Oh, that was another thing. People are getting mad at fucking Keith. Because apparently Keith Lee has a cloak now. If you watch Rampage, and no one does. If you watch the latest episode of Rampage, he came out with his match with fucking Dustin Rhodes, and he had a cloak, like a wizard cloak, and like people were mad about it. It was funny because it's like of all the shit to care about, it's an entrance attire on a show no one watches, and also like it's Keith Lee. Like if anybody looks like they would have a cloak, it's Keith Lee.
Shit, people were lucky he doesn't come out with a fucking monocle because he sounds like he should.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, Keith Lee's life is basically a Renaissance fair.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This guy should be coming out with a fucking monocle on. Actually, I saw more people were pissed off that he didn't dye his hair.
He does look old now, though.
I don't care what.
But I mean, he's allowed to.
I mean, that's like being. I mean, Ciampa came out with a fucking gray beard. I didn't hear people going, "He really should dye his beard. It looks like an old piece of shit." I didn't see anyone saying that. Keith Lee comes back, didn't feel like fucking dyeing his hair. Maybe he just doesn't give a shit. Maybe he just wants to fucking look like a distinguished gentleman like he is. And people are like, "You should fucking dye his hair." Oh, fuck you. Let people live their lives, you pricks.
Was one of those people Eric Bischoff?
Probably. Fucking hair dyeing bastard. No, did he finally let his go, didn't he?
I think so.
I think he finally let his go gray. Dude, if my hair ever fucking goes gray, my hair will go gray. And trust me, I know it don't look it, but when I get a haircut, that shit's all underneath here. It will come through eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So, now I got dogs scratching at the door. Oh, I was like, what the fuck? March Madness commercial coming on. All right, so Smart, guess who's back?
Well, who's back?
Fucking FTR is back, goddammit. Yeah. I know. No, originally I had sent you a Dax Hardwood story, and I just, you know what? I just didn't feel like doing it.
I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Just get this out of the way, because I don't feel great about this joke, but I'm going to make it anyway. They said that they took time off because a friend of theirs had passed away. If that is the case, then I will say that Jay Briscoe did not die in vain. If 3 weeks without FTR, that man made a sacrifice, and I salute you, sir.
Wow.
Which, I mean, also, it is kind of shitty. I mean, to be honest about it. Well, not only that joke, that was poor taste, but like they're basically using this shit for like face sympathy. Like,
of course they are.
It's like, oh my god, like you weren't fucking best friends. You had a feud together. Like, get the fuck out. Like, fucking John Cena is not sending Kevin Federline birthday cards, as far as I know.
You don't know that.
I don't know that. But yeah, it's like, Jesus, like you didn't come up together. Get the fuck out of here. That was a problem I had with the promo. Another problem I had with the promo was he literally, like, right in the middle, he's like, this isn't some kind of babyface rah-rah promo. It's like, yeah, because you're not good at those. You're not good at any of them.
As he's doing the babyface rah-rah promo.
It's like exactly what it is, except for it's half-hearted because you're not good at emoting, because you're not good at promos. You fucking make Justin Credible look like The Rock. Fuck
Oh,
out of here.
oh. I mean, he can bitch very well though. That he can.
That was honestly the first thing that came to my head when I was listening to this promo was just it's Ricochet but worse.
Wow. Wow. Anywho.
Like Cash did all right. I think we've gotten to the bottom of this too. It's like Cash is the good one.
I actually thought
like
Cash,
there was apparently a very obvious Jannetty this whole time, and it's been Dax.
Yeah, I actually thought Cash was pretty good in this fucking in this little promo here. Came out, started talking about how tough it's been for him, blah blah blah. And then Dax just got on. Oh, let me tell you something, y'all. Come on, woo, hee haw. That was
y'all know that I love my wife and my daughter, but I love you and I love America. It's like, all right, get out of here. Like, you suck. Just
I love
talking,
y'all,
please.
America, wrestling, American wrestling, wrestling in America. Fucking
I
USA.
love puppies and I love pizza. Like, it's just an empty, like, fucking campaign speech.
And unicorns are my favorite. Woo ha!
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they're right back in the hunt for the tag team titles because I can't think of anything better than unicorns.
Thank fucking God for that, huh?
I guess. Listen, you knew they would be. And by the way, they are saying that this whole we were leaving thing was all a storyline, all a distraction, all a ruse. Smart. Just they were pulling your leg. They were fucking with you. They're pulling your
until next month when they do the same shit over again because every company needs their own Dolph Ziggler.
They're pulling your chains, Mark.
That's unfortunate. I would have much rather they went to WWE.
They were razzing you.
Like, you guys can go and you can, like, yeah, there you go. You go fucking, you join Cody. Cody has his own bloodline now. It's perfect. I don't have to deal with any of you assholes anymore.
There you go. And you know, it's funny. Last week we mentioned how they had that little picture they took of the with the WWE thing in the corner, and we were like, that could have been from fucking any time, anywhere. Who knows? That could have been a fucking an old contract. It could have been a fucking menu for all we know. So I guess so. And according to Mr. Meltzer, they are locked into a long-term contract. Other words,
that's a real shame.
Yeah. Other words, they ain't fucking going nowhere, folks. And I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Well, I did too, because I said they were just doing this shit to get attention, and that's exactly what it was.
Yep.
Although now, earlier in the show, we were talking about Liv Morgan. This is now a perfect visual representation. Because you don't even have to listen anymore. Now, anytime that fucking Dax gets a microphone, you just bring up the picture of Liv Morgan looking disinterested, and I can guarantee you I'm making the same face if I could hear the promo.
I already took it off OBS, but I shouldn't have now that I knew you were going to do that.
I didn't know that's where that was going either, but you needn't worry. Everybody's seen the picture.
Absolutely, and it's a good one. It is a good one, so... let's see. We get Jade Cargill backstage. She's talking to Renee Paquette a little bit. Talks about being 53-0. Says I don't have any challengers, and says she'll take on any of the whack-ass Canadians. Now, that wasn't very nice. I believe Renee Paquette is Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely not a whack-ass Canadian. I wouldn't mind whacking her ass, but that's a whole different story and a whole nother show.
So is that where this is leading to? Renee Paquette's going to accept the challenge. She's going to come down the ramp. She's already going to be bleeding.
No,
just to pay service to the husband.
It's obviously going to be Natalya.
Well, they can't because Natalya's under contract, but you know who isn't under contract? Jenny Nunner. There you go. Just fucking bring her out there. Just have JR on commentary. Don't tell him what's going to happen. You bring her out there and you let magic happen.
Well, you know who's going to be coming out. That famous Canadian, Mercedes Moné.
That'd be pretty great. She just fucking talks in a fake Canadian accent. That'd be pretty wonderful.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, hey, how are you now? Yeah, what's all that about?
Mhm.
Hey, so I was down eating some poutine. Yeah,
There you go.
I could totally see them doing that. I could see Tony doing that.
It's entirely possible.
I'm trying to think what Canadians are on the AEW roster for women.
Well, I mean the bunny, but they already did that. Um,
She's
I
Canadian?
don't know. Yeah, she is. She's Canadian.
I never knew she was Canadian. They know
I
how to.
don't know what her availability is, but the only person that came to my mind was Gail Kim.
Gail Kim also. Yes, Canadian. I don't think she'd come back, to be honest with you. I don't think she'd go to AEW. Maybe. I mean, she went to Impact, but I thought she was retired from Impact.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem. Is that like there's just like our knowledge of female Canadian wrestlers is quite limited.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's going to be that famous Canadian Mercedes Moné. I hope everyone's
My
taking
fingers are
notes.
crossed that it's just Teddy Hart in a wig.
Ooh, there you go.
Mhm.
That I would fucking be. That would be great.
That would actually be pretty perfect if it was still like not even like wearing any women's clothes, just the same fucking pajamas that he's always in, but he just has a female wig on.
Tedrina Hart.
He does a moonsault, the wig comes off.
They. He just puts it back on and keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell, man? I got 50 cats to fucking and 20 prostitutes to take care of. What the hell?
Fuck,
I think I
fuck
reversed
whoever made this
that. Wait a minute.
player-hating-ass wig.
Hold on. I mean, I have 20 prostitutes to take care of and 20 cats to fuck. No, it's not what I meant. I mean, I have 20 prostitutes to fuck and cats to take care of. Oh,
A woman to be at an Outback Steakhouse with player-hating motherfuckers.
can't even think right now. You got me so upset. Jesus Christ.
God bless him.
It's all that about.
God bless him.
God damn it. You're right. God bless that fucking guy. Anyway, let's get to this JAS who comes out for a trios match. It's Jericho, it's Sammy, it's Daniel Garcia versus AR Fox and Top Flight. Now, the House of Black obviously won the trios titles on Revolution. Surprisingly, a little surprising. I didn't think they would. I didn't think the Elite would lose them so quickly. But here we are. So this match was kind of going along. With an assist from Jake Hager, Jericho gets the win. Angelo Parker gets on the mic. The crowd fucking shits on him. Matt Menard gets on the mic, and you can't help but listen because you're either going to listen or he's going to scream over you.
Mm-hmm.
Which I believe he doesn't need the microphone to do that. That guy is loud. Fucking loud. Fucking real loud. But he said tonight marks the 1-year anniversary of the JAS. And Daniel Garcia says, hey, after that victory, we should be number one contenders. Jericho's just like, no, we shouldn't be number one contenders. We are the number one contenders. I like how Jericho does that. And Jericho calls out the House of Black. Now, the lights go out, which Tony must be sitting back there like a kid shutting off the fucking lights. I could just see him flipping a switch.
Or his dad's gonna yell at him for fucking running up that light bill.
Yes, I know one little switch does not shut it. I'm just kidding. I know it's a pull thing. But anyway, lights go out, Smark, and his dad probably...
The fucking arena lights are controlled by the clapper.
Tony kind of hurts his hand. The lights can't go back on. God damn it.
Tragic. Truly tragic.
Fuck. Don't you dare clap. All right. Lights go out. And we all think, oh, it's the House of Black. Nah, it's the Elite fucking with us. It's just the elite, folks. Well, they go back and forth. Funny thing is, if you haven't noticed, Omega and Callis are having not exactly a tiff, but Callis is overstepping a little bit. I'm kind of wondering if his contract's up soon.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll have to see what goes on there. Just might want to take that with a grain of salt. But anyway, we get that. They come out, and Callis says, no, these guys are the number one contenders. Says Jericho, yeah, you are one of the best in the world, but you're only the second best wrestler from Winnipeg. Kenny Omega, I'm assuming, was what he meant, who was the first. Jericho calls Callis down to the ring, and the lights go out again. And there's House of Black, right in the middle of the two. Or actually, wait, I'm sorry. They're on the screen first, and then that goes off, and then the lights go out again, and they're in the middle of the two. They say, come and take them, which we obviously knew was setting up a three-way trios match, Mark, which they made official later in the night.
Indeed.
Lights go out again, and House of Black is gone. What did the lights go out? 4 or 5 times in this one fucking segment here?
Something like that.
That's absolutely crazy. You want to say hi, but it's late. What are you doing up at 11? Did you let Violet in here? Yeah. Okay. Come say hi, and then you can go let her out, okay? Here you go. Say hi. Hi. All right. You ready to get down now? Okay. Okay. High five. All right. All right. Oh, you're going to go pee? Okay. And then, you have to poop? Oh, great. Now she's going to close the door. Thank you.
I'd recommend the bathroom for such things.
That's where she's going. My bathroom's right there. But I got the other dog in here. And again, my old grumpy man is in here too, so now I got both dogs. So if y'all hear dogs growling or fighting, now you know why. I got a feeling my wife fell asleep. And
Well, there you go.
And all my kids are still awake, so we've only got a few more minutes left anyway. We've only got a couple little things to get into here. But now we can get into the Tony Khan announcement, Smart.
Oh, before we do it, an actual practical thing, it went into my head and I looked to make sure I was right. Another female Canadian wrestler, Taya Valkyrie. It's possible.
I would like that.
Yeah, it'd be a pretty cool match. Like kind of a female hoss fight. I'd like it.
That would be a very fucking good match. I would like that. I would really like that. I don't know if is she contracted to Impact. I mean, not that it matters if you're contracted to Impact. I think you can still work anywhere, but
yeah, but I looked at the Wikipedia. She's with Impact, but she's also in NWA and like AAA and doing all kinds of other shit.
Okay.
So
that would be very possible. That's a good one, Smark. I like that. That's a very possible one right there.
Also, I was looking at, while we were talking about this, because you said the best wrestler from Winnipeg, Wikipedia, best professional wrestlers from Manitoba. Pretty much the only one that anybody actually would know is Steve Corino. So it's Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, and Steve Corino.
Oh, okay. All right, not many. No problem then.
Yeah, so basically when they're saying that like Chris Jericho is the best or Kenny Omega is the best Winnipeg wrestler, they're just taking a shot at Steve Corino for no apparent reason. Actually, didn't
Callis say you might even be the third?
Yeah, if he trained. But Callis was saying that if he got wrestling training. Roddy Piper actually too. Now that I'm looking at this list.
Wait a minute. You're saying he's not from Scotland?
Fucking cat's out of the bag, huh?
Wait. Hold up. So Yokozuna wasn't...
A real sumo wrestler, no, but he was absolutely Japanese.
Oh, okay. I feel so much better now.
He was not at all Samoan. Never you fear.
Wait. What?
Exactly. Like I said, he was not Samoan, so you don't have anything to worry about. I don't know why I feel the need to mention that he wasn't Samoan. He wasn't white either. You know, these things happen.
No, he was Samoan. Actually.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers
Good
to
for him, though.
Cheers to Yoko.
That is really kind of stupid if you think about it. Because they decided to make a Samoan guy a sumo wrestler, even though he was not Japanese in any form or fashion. Meanwhile, at the same time, they also had Earthquake on their roster, who actually was a real sumo wrestler and also was an Asian. So you could have just made Earthquake a sumo wrestler.
Could he have tanned that well?
I mean, you don't have to. Maybe. I don't know.
Come on with me, brother. I'll show you how to do this.
There you go.
30 minutes, you'll be just fine, brother.
That's right.
We'll have you speaking that language really quick.
Honest to God, I think Hulk Hogan is the reason why I don't like really tan women. Because like just every tan woman to me looks like Hulk Hogan. And I mean specifically like the ones that are just like constantly in the tanning salons.
Yeah, or that bronzer stuff. That is the grossest looking tan.
Mm-hmm.
That is so horrible, and I don't know. It looks odd. But yeah, those, I mean, me, living in Florida for so long, a lot of those women, like I knew women that went to the beach every day, and they're leathery looking. They looked like fucking alligators.
Fucking dehydrated fruit. That's all it is.
Absolutely, man. They look fucking like beef jerky skin. It was awful. Mm-hmm. It was awful. And many, many people, and you'd be walking down the beach and you'd see them all there and every day. And you're like, wow, you're just like walking skin cancer. What are you going to do? So, we get a huge announcement from Tony Khan, Smark.
Groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking. Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. He announced that next week, Orange Cassidy versus Jeff Jarrett in Winnipeg. But that was that was the last time we were going to see the All Atlantic Championship defended, because it is now called the International Championship. And oh my God, Shazam, the movie, we're going to call it the Shazam title. Or
that's right. Not just Shazam. It's Shazam, Wrath of the Gods.
It is. And after that, though, Smark, we got like this.
I love this because it was so fucking stupid.
This was
where it's like, all right, we admit that calling it an All Atlantic title was a bad idea. Now it is the international title, and now here's 20 minutes of me promoting the Shazam movie.
See that the announcement wasn't even what was embarrassing to me. I was actually like, all right, this is stupid, but so what? When they showed the movie trailer with spliced in footage of Jeff Jarrett and Orange Cassidy, that's where I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Okay, I for sure am going to have to go back and watch that, because I went to the bathroom because I was like, I don't want to sit through a movie trailer during the wrestling show. So I was like, all right, this is just clearly not leading to anything. There's going to be more commercials after it. I have a minute to go to the bathroom. So apparently if there's fucking Jeff Jarrett footage spliced into Shazam, Wrath of the Gods, I'm going to have to go back and check this out.
It is literally like I am not kidding. This is something. When I say this is something a 12-year-old could have done, I don't think I'm exaggerating. This is literally just like probably could have looked up how to splice videos with VLC and done the same fucking thing. They literally just took footage that they took the movie clip. They took footage of like a couple, like 3 or 4 of Orange Cassidy, and then 3 or 4 of Jeff Jarrett, and just put them in anywhere. There was no rhyme, no reason, no nothing. Just here's a movie clip and an Orange Cassidy clip and a movie clip and an Orange Cassidy clip and a Jeff Jarrett clip and a movie clip. Ah. It's like they went on fucking Render Forest and did this.
It is funny though. And just fucking Tony Khan.
Go back and watch
Me
it.
and my partners at Warner Media are super excited about Shazam. I don't know why it's so funny to me, but it's fucking hilarious. That was what he had to make that announcement himself. He couldn't leave this in Adam Cole's hands. He has to tell everyone. TK himself has to make this announcement about Shazam: Wrath of the Gods.
Yeah, of course. It was an awful fucking video though. Hi, Jay, stopping by the chat room. Appreciate it. What's going on, Jay? But yeah, so yeah, you've got to go back and watch that video, though. Like I said, it was literally just spliced in videos of wrestling in the middle of the movie clip didn't even make sense after the videos. It was not the movie clip didn't make sense with the videos. The videos didn't make sense with the movie clip. It was complete gobbledygook.
Tony Khan probably made it himself. It'd be great if, like, right in the middle there was like a little fucking pop-up ad that says your free trial of Windows Movie Maker is expiring.
That's exactly what it seemed like, man. If I had rewind, I would have watched that 100 fucking times. I would have kept watching it and just been, why is this happening? Why is this?
Honest to God, we'll go back and check this out because sometimes I'm like, I need to check that out, and then I just won't. But I need to see this now because you've sold me on how terrible this is. Yeah. And I already thought the segment was funny. So Tony Khan fucking shilling this movie.
Oh, just wait. You please go back and watch this. You will not be disappointed at its horribleness. How's that?
I'm bringing it up right now as we speak. So.
Oh yeah, there we go. So, yeah, see if you can find it. See if you can find that. Tell me if I'm wrong. Though. So Smark, we finally got a date for that AEW All Access show.
Yeah, they did announce that was part of the pay-per-view. They did an announcement for that too.
March 20th.
Because they ran a trailer for it.
March 29th. So we will get that March 29th as a start date. I would assume that's probably the week after this power slap championship is over. By the way, I was watching the beginning of that one right before we were getting ready for the show, and I heard Dana White say, we are coming up with a training program for this. And I'm like, what are you going to do? Put your fucking wife up there as the dummy, you idiot?
I think that is part of the plan.
Jesus, fucking stupidity, man. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
There's one trained to be slapped in the face. Like, I get the UFC training, but I don't know.
A lot of those guys that they grow beards to take the punch and shit. Whatever. Let's just move on to this emotional Daniel Bryan video backstage, which it actually was. It was a pretty obviously with his loss at Revolution, he's a little emotional. Bryan Danielson, and the video shows him, and he talks about that when MJF told him that he's selfish and putting himself in front of his family, that he was ashamed about that. And he says it's time to go home. And we just get this sad looking Daniel Bryan. I mean, This is a sad looking man right here. As you can see, folks.
I'll be back in 2 weeks. He was like, and spending time with my family made me realize that I hate my family. So I'm back.
Spending time with Bree made me realize how much I hated Nikki, so I came back. If you ever, I know you never did, but if you ever watched Total Divas, no, it wasn't that. It was it started off on Total Divas.
Total Bellas?
No, it started at Total Bellas, yes. But no, I think it started off on Total Divas first, because it was Total Divas, then Total Bellas. It started off on the Divas show, I believe. And if you ever saw when Brian would get around Bree and Nikki, he would just, I mean, always all over Nikki about how dumb she was. How just every other joke was a dumb joke. He would make blonde jokes about Nikki, and she's not even blonde. It was hilarious. You could see his actual despise for her and how stupid she was. Because, I mean, Bryan Danielson comes off as a pretty well-educated, intelligent person. And Nikki doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be nice here. She doesn't. And there's literally, like, I remember one episode where he's just asking, like, the dumbest questions in the world. And Nikki's just like, I don't know.
Oh, no. Well, I've done that before. I mean, I won't go into, like, exact specifics or anything, but I had this job one of my coworkers was, like, a nice person, but they were very much a Nikki Bella type person, where they were just kind of airheaded and vapid and whatever. Not very much a deep thinker. So I would just ask them, like, really fucking weird questions to sort of just amuse myself. And it's a mean thing to do. Like, he's totally an asshole for doing it, but it's still funny. Because you just be like, hey, what's the meaning of life? Like, where do you think you go when we die? Just shit like that. Just, to mess with them.
The meaning of life is Monty Python, by the way.
Yeah, that's true. He did say that he hated doing that show because, like, basically they would make him change, like, clothes every couple, like, 20 minutes. And they, like, the whole idea is, like, everything's supposed to happen, like the majority of shit ends up happening in one day, but they make it seem like it happened throughout the course of a week or whatever.
Right.
So there's a lot of just editing and bullshit, and he hated it.
I'm sure he'd rather wear his clothes for 20 days in a row.
This is true.
I mean, I get it. I mean, I can wear jeans for at least a week.
That's why I don't like wearing jeans. Because it's like, when do you wash those? Like, I wash it every time I wear it. I'm not cool with, like, wearing something over and over again if you haven't washed it. It just makes me feel gross.
If I'm sweating, I'm going to wash my jeans. But if I basically work in an office. I don't sweat. So, not really much to do. I'll go I'll go the week in one pair of jeans.
This is true.
I'll do it. It doesn't bother me. I mean,
I will also say, because I pulled up the video to see the fucking terrible trailer for this movie, and the Bryan Danielson promo actually is pretty emotional. It's a good promo, but just the lighting and the environment, like, it makes him look like he's trapped in a basement somewhere.
I think that's what it was kind of supposed to be, like he was just by himself, like down in the boiler room almost, It's kind of what it was.
Like, you remember those, like, he looks like he's like begging for his freedom, like he's been captured by a terrorist organization. That's what the overall vibe of that background looks like.
He's down there, and Nikki is reading Dr. Seuss books.
Showing him the fucking full run of the Nikki Bella Says I Do show.
So I would not eat green eggs and ham. I would not eat them, Sam. What's this word? Okay.
Oh, no. It could get much worse. Need I remind you that she wrote a book? air quotes, wrote. So imagine her reading her book to him, meanwhile making him like sound out some of the words in the book that she allegedly wrote. Like, that's just torture in its purest form.
Page 2. I am so pretty. Page 3. Bree isn't.
She would totally. She absolutely would probably be the person like in school that would do that shit. Where it's like that. We just like you say the same sentence over and over again to pad out like a 1,000-word essay or 2,000-word essay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I like bees. The reason I like bees is because bees
are after A's and
So-
right before C's. Wait. Anyhow, let's get to this main event, Smart. Not the main event. Before the main event. We already talked about the main event. We Tarantino'd this this AEW for y'all tonight.
That's right.
So the last thing we're gonna get into is this Jon Moxley thing. This Jon Moxley comes down with Claudio. They're gonna have a tag team match. They got Wheeler Yuta with them. Tag team match is against John Silver and Alex Reynolds of the Dark Order. Moxley does end up getting the win here, which I think everybody expected. And Moxley won't let go of Alex Reynolds. So Yuta and Claudio come in, they go over, start beating on Alex Silver. And here comes Evil Uno. Kept his shirt on this time, a little bit. Then
He sort of.
He
had a vest on.
He had the vest on.
But them things was jiggling, son.
And once again, this guy lost a lot of weight really quickly. Can we give him time? To give him time, folks. I really don't want to shit on his flabby titties. I don't.
he might pay you good money for that. I mean, I should have more empathy as somebody who is also like a fat person that's trying to lose weight. I've been going to the gym, but I do think it would be absolutely fucking hilarious if somebody like cut the portion of Evil Uno running down to the ring and they set it to the Baywatch theme. Like you slow that bitch down. You just have Evil Uno running, titties just up and down and up and down, and just I'll be ready. That's my assignment for the night, I guess. I'm going to go have to do that after the show.
Please do. Oh, please do. I wish you would. That would be fucking amazing. I mean, listen, the guy, whatever. Like I said, he lost a lot of weight really quickly. He's proud of himself. I'm gonna cut the guy some slack. Shut up. Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, he's doing a good job. Just stay off Twitter because
I know
they will hunt you.
Absolutely. So,
I did like in this segment because you had Moxley left, like you said, Moxley left the choke in on Alex Reynolds, and John Silver comes in to save him, and Claudio looks at him like trying to attack Moxley to break the hold. He walks over to Silver and just lifts him up and then throws him out of the ring in one motion.
Yeah, he
like,
did.
Like he chucked the fucking paper wide. It was funny. Like I like basically they full on just turned heel at this point, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know what? Evil Uno did run down to the ring, and whatever you want to say about that, he kicked the shit out of Moxley's head.
Mm-hmm.
He got in there and kicked Moxley in the fucking head. He keeps kicking Moxley until Yuta comes in and hits him from behind, takes out Uno. Then here comes Hangman down for the save. Hangman just clocks Claudio at one point. Claudio gets up and is like, motherfucker, and hits him. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, you got all the Blackpool Combat Club on him. And then Evil Uno gets back in. He makes the save. And that's pretty much it. I guess Hangman is not done with Jon Moxley. A liar, liar, pants on fire.
Yeah, and if you can't trust a cowboy, who can you trust?
Cowgirls?
I suppose.
I don't know if I would trust them either, but you can at least ask them to ride you. Hog tie?
There you go.
I mean, I know a couple that'll do that. By the way, how much do you think he'd offered for me to shit on his flabby tits?
Well, I mean, the problem here is that Evil Uno is also Canadian, so there's going to be some conversion rate issues. But roundabout, I'd say probably like $75.
What?
I don't know what that is in like loonies and toonies and whatever their fucking made up money is, but
no, it's not enough, dude. No. If you're gonna,
the idea of him actually asking somebody to shit on his flabby titties,
no,
like specifically calling them that, is fucking killing me.
No, see, when I shit, I shower. If you want this clean asshole shitting on you, you're paying way more than $75. Absolutely
I
not.
understand.
There's cleanliness
Hey,
involved.
this also ties in with the Bella Twins discussion. Though,
there's cleanliness involved. I'm gonna need more soap. No, no. There's expenses, Mark. There's expenses involved here. Water, soap, stuff like that. This is going in a really bad place. I think we should stop here. I think we should kill it here, folks, before this gets any worse. I've got nothing else anyway. Smark, what about you? Nothing? Anything? Something?
Not really.
All right. Then I guess, we are out of here. I mean, just to kind of wrap up a little bit, I would say AEW tonight. I know NORAD was saying it was kind of a boring show. I wouldn't say if it was a boring show. I would say the one, I don't know if this is a problem. I mean, if you think back to the Attitude Era and everything, this was never a problem. But it seems like some of their talking segments on AEW are getting better than some of the matches they're having on each episode. That can be a good and a bad. I think for AEW, who was known for their great matches, I think it might be a little bit of a downfall, and they might want to catch themselves a little bit before they go too far down that hole.
I mean, I guess that's the benefit of putting FTR out there to cut a promo, though. Like, every match on the show will be better than having to hear that fucking Dax Harwood promo.
All right, you got a point. It's funny. I mean, Jade Cargill was horrible on the mic, and now if you put Jade Cargill and Dax out there, she would sound like The Rock.
I mean, fucking Hager cuts a better promo just wearing a purple hat.
Wow.
It's like, I like this hat. It's like, all right, that's a better promo than Dax Harwood.
I like this hat. All right, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to try to get some fucking laundry in the new washer. My wife said she was going to, but I don't think that happened. So anyway, all right, folks, that was it. But we'll be back here next week. Same thing, little AEW, little news, little fun stuff like that. And that is about it. Smark, I can appreciate you joining. Had a great time tonight. And chat room, always appreciate you guys coming on in and joining. And that's about it, folks. So on that note, Smark, tell them where they can find you on Mondays. I'm sorry.
That's right. Mondays, 8:30 p.m. on the Metal Mid Podcast Network on Mixler. It is Totally Inappropriate Sports. We're doing a mock draft this coming week because you have the NFL draft about a month away, so we're going to be doing that. Talking NFL, NBA, UFC, NHL, the whole nine. Mondays, 8:30, or wherever you get your gosh darn podcasts. Check us out.
All right. I'm not sure what a mock is, but they'll be drafting them on the show.
Bird, I think.
Is it that one?
Well, because Chattanooga, the University of Chattanooga, they are the Mocks. And it's like their mascot's a bird.
All right. So, Birds and John Moxley both being drafted next week. on
That's right.
Inappropriate Sports. They're having a mock draft, so it's going to be box drafting, moccasin drafting moccasins. Shortened
You
for
heard the man. We're having
it's
John Moxley on Totally Inappropriate Sports next week.
it's shortened for moccasin. They're going to be drafting water moccasins, folks. That's what's going on over there. I'm just fucking around, but anyway. There you go. Don't forget to catch Mark on Monday nights. Always catch me and him back here next Wednesday night, folks. On that note, see